Wow, here we are, near the end of Strong and Courageous. To be strong and courageous. Boy, we went through a lot of words such as courage and optimistic, being united, refining your game, having a great attitude, having grit, which is right in the middle of integrity. If you want to be a finisher, you got to have grit. Integrity means to be complete and whole. We talked about character, to scratch and engrave the attributes of who you are, to be a person of substance and not a person of image. Then we talked about unconditional love, and we talked about moving onward. And now here we are at the end of Courageous, and it's service. Why is service important? Well, it's very important. Service, I believe, is the key to greatness. An athlete or a leader does not come to this team to be served, but to serve and give his talents for the team. That's why service is so important. If you're a leader, and I'm speaking to you captains out there, if you haven't been serving your team this year and it's all been about you, then you're kind of like the match. You want to be seen, so you light yourself up and you say, look at me. And you know what happens? That match goes out like that. It always needs to be tended to all the time. And if you're going to try to hold anything up that's got anything worth, you're not going to do it with matchsticks. You're going to do it with a pillar. An athlete does not come to be served, but to serve and give himself for others. Service is a key to greatness. Service is a key to greatness. It's whoever wants to exalt himself is going to be humbled, but whoever will humble himself for the benefit of the team will always be lifted up. They're a pillar. They help hold other people's up. Are you holding your teammates up? Are you the guy that's there when things are tough? Are you holding their arms up when things are successful? Talk about service, I think of this, it's like, how do you conduct yourself? When I think of conducting myself when it comes to service, it's this, that whether it's trials or triumph, you do four things. People that serve do four things. One, they are grateful. They have grit. They also play with grace and humility. Grit, grace, gratitude, humility. Those are what servants really look like. They understand that. When it comes to the think aspect, or the smarts, the positive self-talk, tested now what? Here's what pillars have to say. Pillars have to say, tested now what? Courage to die to self. Put others ahead of yourself. Die to your goals, your wishes, and put the team's wishes ahead. Propping them up. Something that's going to stand for a long period of time. The team. The individual stuff passes away pretty quick. But those team things last for a long time. That's the legacy. That's the foundation of building great programs. The love aspect when it comes to service, or the social aspect. Love covers. It sees the best in its teammates. It's perfect praise to teammates, and it takes the heat. I'm going to say that one more time. You give perfect praise, but you also reflect or deflect praise to your teammates. When things are going great for you, you deflect the praise to your teammates, because without them, you can't do it yourself. That's an athlete who knows how to serve. They are there doing the small jobs, the little things that no one else wants to do. They're the ones who will sacrifice and compete and execute until the whistle's 0-0. The greatest thing of serving is, I just think of guys that understand their role and will do whatever the coach asks to make the team move forward. So what are you today? Are you a pillar? Are you holding people up, supporting them? Solid rock, something that lasts for a long, long time, a pillar? Or are you the match that says, look at me, that constantly needs to be relit again and relit again? I encourage you, if key to greatness, key to a great leader, is one thing, that leaders do not come to be served, but to serve and give their talents and abilities for the team. And when you have that, you are courageous, because not everybody can serve. It takes courage to serve and die to yourself for the benefit of others. That is the ultimate when it comes to being courageous. It's been great to be with you. We got a couple more talks to wrap this thing up. But remember, in the end, love never fails. Until the next time we see you, remember, heart to heart, train that heart of a champion from the inside out. Character, the stuff that takes you to the next level. Character, the stuff that goes beyond the game. See you next time.